Hey everyone, welcome to the back nine of our fifth dynamic duel. We've got some pretty good action right now.
So far, so good.
Tied up at the top of the leaderboard. There's only two teams, so you would hope they'd be at the top of the leaderboard,
or at least close to each other.
Yeah. Hopefully so. In the booth today, we've got Sweep the Leg commentary team, Robert McCall, along with 2010 world champ Eric McCabe.
What's up?
Let's get into the action. So yeah, through the front nine, tied up at 7 under par. We've got some menacing looks from Oakley and from Paige.
Just so mad.
Zach just kind of looks like that all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
So hole 10, another par 4. As you can see, AJ throwing on the right side opens up for a big roller. You can throw a huge anhyzer. You can throw a big lefty hyzer. I think we'll see a lot of different angles of attack on this hole. This is a havoc roller from AJ, and that's crunched.
Yeah, looks great.
Center fairway.
Anything out there in the middle is great. This is another one of those kind of more lefty-friendly shot-shaping type of holes, or forehand.
Definitely. I know that Oakley was throwing forehand in competition here, but I think he's just getting crazy now.
Yeah, he's just trying to get as far down there as he can.
And he's got a great turn on that. Little
bit to the right side.
Yeah, but that's not bad.
No.
Paige just puring a flat shot down the middle.
It's so awesome to see her confidence level and showing in her game.
Definitely.
Her play. It's amazing.
Her angle control is so good.
Yes.
Well, I'm surprised to not see Zach go with a big hyzer, but he did get some really good turn on that Ballista Pro. He needs that to roll down the hill just a little.
That'll be okay, though.
Yeah.
I mean, they're fine at Paige's shot as well.
Definitely. It's a Warden for AJ drifting right. And that's just perfect weight.
Thanks.
Here's a felon for Oakley, skipping up nicely. That's kind of what you expect at this point.
I mean, he should have ran it, but...
I agree. Come on, your partner's parked, dude.
Wow. That's ridiculous.
Oh,
That's
my goodness.
A great line that she just took that on. A little long. She's in the circle, but that was just an amazing big turnover shot.
Yeah, the confidence to throw it up over those branches like that and let that judge hold the turn all the way. Beautiful. Well, ultimately it doesn't matter because Zach parked it.
That's a great shot as well.
Yeah.
Solo, he says.
Oh, look at the freestyle. We got AJ Frisbee over here making it happen. Zach actually used Paige's putter to drop in there. Is that legal?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Just
as
wanna
long
make
as they're
sure.
both judges.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Perfectly fine.
So we're going to stay knotted up at 8 under par. Moving over to hole 11, another par 4.
Maybe my second favorite hole.
This is a really good par 4. You have to stay in some sort of the fairway to have any sort of look at your birdie here. You can't turn it over too much right. You can't finish too far left.
This hole's very easy, by the way. I have actually eagled this hole.
Yeah, you got a 2, so it should be an easy hole.
Yeah.
And that's a picture-perfect tee shot.
That's exactly
Oakley.
where you want to be.
AJ's throwing the Raider. Bet you he's gonna get a little bit of extra sauce on that. Just give it the onion.
Just give her the onion.
And that's smooth. Finishing a little more left than he'd like. I think it sounded like he was surprised by the amount of stability that it had on it.
It does have more stability than I give it credit for.
Paige and that force over Ballista Pro. Just
amazing.
So consistent.
Yep. And that's a great placement to be right there.
Yeah,
great
definitely.
spot.
Looks like we're going to see Zach get a little loose with his tee shot. Give it a little sauce.
That needs to hold.
And that's turned well. It just needs to get down.
Yeah,
fine. Yeah. Zach says a lot of nonsense.
Well, he's from Tennessee.
That's true. We got Cool Daddy Slick Breeze in the background, taking some pictures.
Look at him. About time he showed up.
Yeah, what the heck, Bobby?
The 80th forehand from Oakley today.
Yeah, and that got some really great action until the very last minute.
Is that OB?
I think that's OB.
Those rocks are OB, or is it the road there? Do you know?
I'm not sure where it's painted, to tell you the truth. probably won't matter much. AJ just threw a pretty good Warden shot.
Not too bad. A little hot.
Oh, yeah. Actually,
hot.
that's down the hill a little bit. Yeah, you're right. So here's another Ballista Pro from Paige. That's awkward footing to have to throw a flex shot on.
Ooh, that one's OB.
That one is OB, yeah.
That's okay. You got a big hyzer,
Yeah.
lefty-friendly approach here
Yep.
that he didn't take. That's a putt.
Yeah, not bad.
Not an ideal putt, but it's a putt.
I think we got both teams outside the circle here. Paige with another jumper. Just right. Didn't quite run it down, but you could tell she was ready.
She wanted to. She was in position.
Dude,
You
Paige
can't run it down
Yeah.
if it's not going in.
prematurely telling him she's trying to make her partner look like a fool.
Yeah, I mean,
He does it by himself enough.
majority of the time. Now, what was that?
Oh no! Look at this! Look at this next rundown. Come on, AJ.
Are they even outside the circle?
I don't know. I guess so.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Missed opportunities.
Yeah, that's not our best putting display we've seen so far. But, when you're several under, when you've only parred a couple of holes,
That's true.
you want to give everyone hope that it's okay to par every once in a
Make
while.
it a match.
It's 2019. Par should be acceptable, too.
Yeah. Well, it's not.
Oh, they're not acceptable.
No, not anymore.
My bad. Moving on to hole 12, the gunite hole. What's this shot shape like for you?
It's awful.
Forget it.
Yeah. Honestly, when I play this hole, I am just trying to throw something long of the basket and just mash it up there. Take my 3 and run on. Now, if I'm playing an event like this, like a doubles event, I want to throw like a fairway driver somewhere up close to the basket.
Right. That's about worst case. Doesn't cross inbounds. From there, AJ can re-tee or move up to where he went out of bounds.
Correct.
That's a bad spot. So this does shape really well for a big forehand. You just have to trust it.
Ooh, that looks so good.
Trust it, Oakley has. That is
Wow.
perfectly played. 15 feet to
And,
another elevated basket.
Another elevated basket.
I'm pretty sure this is a criminal from Zach.
Ooh, criminal. You don't hear that word very often. That disc.
Yeah, he loves that. He loves the felon for forehands and the criminal for backhands.
Yeah, I could see that.
Ballista Pro for Paige here.
Now, did Paige throw from the same tee?
I think she did, yeah. I think she's been playing from all the same tees as the guys.
Wow, if
Maybe
she
she
did-
should have played that way from the tournament. That is parked.
I think that was the other tee.
Was it?
I don't
Okay.
know that for sure, but she made that look really easy.
Super easy. Yeah, that was a great shot.
It looked like it was more of a hyzer than because the long tee. I know you have to like
Right.
really
yeah,
force something.
I think
over.
you're right. We got Gary Shoes in the background over there. Who knows what he's doing?
Looking for frisbees.
Yeah, probably hitting the gunite and stuff.
Yeah, of course.
So before the long walk back over to hole 13, we are tied up yet again, 9 under pars, playing pretty well. Hole 13, I think this is one of the most difficult par threes
Yep.
relative to par on the course.
Agreed.
The distance isn't the problem, but you either have to throw perfectly straight down the middle or a huge hyzer that I'd say requires 500 feet or so of power to get
Yeah,
close
I
to
always
the basket.
go. I always went the straight line because I hated the thought of going wide hyzer and then basically having to re-tee.
Yep.
If you don't come all the way in. That's that enforcer again.
And that's not quite wide enough to get to the basket, but it is safe.
Yeah.
And you can see that Mando tree there, which brings just an extra element of challenge to the hole.
Which kind of helps or hurts the lefty.
Yeah, definitely.
Forces them to throw something else.
I think this is a getaway from AJ, if I'm not mistaken. And had that caught just a little bit of edge, he might have. I think that had potential to get up there.
Get some more skippage at least.
Yep. Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Paige is just ripping those forced anhyzers. Like, I'm so impressed by that. I'm so bad at that shot.
She does it very well.
Yes. I think that's an Explorer from Zach.
Sit.
And he needs that to slow down, and it has not.
It did not.
Obi. Paige bringing out the rarely seen forehand for
Yeah.
her. Does she throw more forehands or you?
Ooh. I think it's a tie.
Yeah.
I think it's a tie.
1 per year.
Yes. And
You just saw
she's-
it.
Yeah. The second event of the year. Surprised they didn't just go ahead and take Zach's. It's like basically a drop-in 3.
Yeah, what the heck, guys?
I mean, sure, you could run that, but
they're crazy.
yeah.
That's a safe bid from Eric. That's going to give AJ the green light.
Another elevated. It's a good layup, though.
That's ill-advised double layup there. You're going to want at least one person to give it a chance. Don't give us a thumbs up, AJ. You know that you should have run it.
Yeah. It's the tube socks.
That's what kept him from running it?
Yep.
They're restricting the flow of blood to his brain. I agree.
Exactly. That's what makes him do that face, too.
Yeah. As soon as he takes them off, he's just a regular guy.
Regular old AJ.
Moving on to hole 14, another par 4. Most players, unlike you see AJ doing here, most players are just going to play righty hyzer, just short of the Mando tree. That leaves you 250 or so to the basket. But AJ's getting wild.
Big Havoc roller again.
It's roller time.
Ooh.
He needs that to move quite a ways to the right. It looks like it is.
It's going to be good.
And that's a beaut. That's center cut, even with a Mando tree or even maybe a bit past it. Here comes Oakley with the Raider. Or as they were calling it recently, the cheese grater.
Oh, how come?
I don't know, because it sounds like Raider at the end, I guess.
Cheese grater. Okay.
And just crunching on it down the middle.
Oh.
Tickles the cabbage there. That's going to find OB, but doesn't matter much when your partner just threw a perfect roller.
Threw it more than halfway down.
Yep. This is an air ballista pro for Paige, and pro tip: if you haven't tried out some lighter weight discs, you should, because
Give it a try.
She first of all, the air ballista pros are pretty darn stable.
They are. They've got
but-
some nice dome to them, which I think helps that.
They can give you just a little bit of extra distance, so you don't have to work quite as hard.
Yep.
Huge flex coming in for
big
Zach.
Annie. That looks like it's going OB.
Yeah, maybe just a bit more,
No, not OB.
bit nose up from what he'd like, but they're both safe.
Super lucky, maybe.
So extremely lucky. Paige's was safe, so it wouldn't matter that much. What a beautiful straight shot from Paige. Oh my goodness, look at that.
Let's see it again. Come on. Come on.
Oh, that's a fuse. Wow.
What?
That's a great shot from Paige. I didn't know she was throwing the fuse. That was a
didn't
beautiful
either.
shot. Zach pushing it well right of the basket, never giving it a chance to go in. That's bad partner golf.
That's not
He said
even-
it wasn't short, but come on, it was
not
kinda
even
short.
in the circle. God.
This guy, the gall.
And that's a warden?
This is a deputy.
Deputy.
So he's got a pink
Don't know the
deputy and
difference.
like a purplish warden.
Fair enough. I thought maybe it was a pinkish warden.
Nah. And here's a Marshall from Eric. Both AJ and Eric have turned theirs a little bit too much, but Eric's is still going to be just fine.
Yeah.
And here's another Marshall for Eric. He's probably going to miss because it's Marshall.
Grip on a
Oh,
forehand is really important. You want the pads to be pushed more on an angle towards the edge of the rim. You want them to have a slight angle to be pushed into the rim that allows you to drive the disc more forward on release.
That's what I've been doing wrong.
man, you should watch that Physics of Flight video,
man.
and even you could throw a forehand.
I'm going to watch that and strictly throw forehands at Monkey Island.
From here on out?
Just at Monkey Island.
Okay, that sounds good.
Nothing but forehands.
It's a good course for forehands.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. Too.
Yeah. Moving on to hole 15, we're still tied up. Obviously, I'm joking about the Marshall. I think the Marshall is a great putter, and if the Warden didn't exist, there's a decent chance I'd use it.
It's a great throwing putter.
But since Eric's using it, I'm never going to say that it's good. That's a thief roller, and that is crushed.
Super far. That is not the basket they're playing to.
No, but it gives them a straight,
It sure does.
wide open, either straight shot or hyzer to the basket they're
This
playing
is
to.
probably one of the harder par fours
I agree.
to score on, at least.
AJ's trying to play a little bit more cut on his roller on the side of that hill, but the Havoc is understable enough that it's rolled up the hill.
Oh, and down.
Finally getting that down. Man, those are two incredible rollers.
Incredible for sure. That's a great placement because you got that big hyzer, or you can go right at it.
And that's kind of Paige's first miscue on one of those force anhizers that she's been throwing.
Sit down. That's OB, but
I think it is, but
Retrievable.
yes, definitely.
gettable.
Not in the water.
Not in the water.
Zach with the Ballista Pro, just smashing it out there, letting it finish to the right. That's going to
Yeah.
open that angle for them. Zach talking trash about righties.
I know.
Like he's the normal one.
Yeah, exactly. Get up.
She needs some big skip on that. Getting some rude calls for pushes right there.
I mean, it's not going to push if you yell at it.
No, yeah, you got to be nice to it.
That's right.
So Zach's got an
Zach
enforcer.
talking smack on righties, yet throwing the righty line.
Yeah, come on, dude.
That's a pretty disc.
Yep. By the enforcer inside the circle. Well played.
Is that elevated a little?
This one is slightly taller, but it's not an actual elevated basket.
Silly.
Yeah.
That's good.
Trees are mostly air. Eric reminds us.
Yep, that's a great shot.
Green light for AJ. I think this is a Bard from him. All air.
All air. Paige makes good.
But I get it, because the last basket was like at your knees, which was really low to the ground.
Oh, I guess they're saying that the basket on 14 is a bit low.
It's a bit low, and this one's a bit high. So they even out.
Yeah, it's basically like two regular baskets.
Yeah. So
Going into a couple of holes that one of them we won't see any separation, hopefully.
Yeah.
But this is one of the ones that we could see some on. 390 plays onto a side hill.
And this tee pad got moved.
It did, yeah. This is a new tee pad for this year, so it forces a bit more of an anhyzer from the right-handed thrower, or a forehand lefty is a great play. But you always risk rolling down the hill if you don't land this disc flat.
Yep.
This is a Maverick from AJ. Good turn.
It's a good shot.
Yeah, a
It's
little outside the circle.
Scary putt. but-
Definitely. This is when you're happy that you're playing doubles, so that
Yes.
you can lay one safe and then.
So we do end with 3 elevated baskets.
Yep, that's correct.
Okay. This is a scary hole to be elevated.
It really is. Oakley forcing over a forehand.
That's the only thing
That
I don't
needs to
like
sit.
about the
There we go.
forehand. The
Yeah.
potential of hitting and then standing and rolling.
Right, that one sat nicely, but we saw all weekend at this time people just hit and roll away, hit and roll away. So Paige is rolled OB yet again. I guess she hadn't thrown OB a lot, but that was another miscue with that disc. So pressure squarely on Zach's shoulders here. And I believe this is a bio getaway that he's throwing.
Looked like he threw it a little bit safer.
Yeah, good skip up the hill, good roll.
Yeah, that's great. That's a great place to be.
inside the circle.
Putting right at it.
Paige taking the pressure off his shoulders. Couple birdies. Yeah, this hole is quite a bit more difficult than they made it look.
Yeah, absolutely. I would 100% agree with you there.
Now, hole 17 is about as easy as it looks. The only real danger on hole 17 is landing something on a forehand or a hyzer that rolls down the hill.
I mean, even that, though.
You've
got the wall.
You've got the wall to keep you in bounds. The only place that you can make a big mistake is just throwing it too long into the rocks.
And it's easy to do. It really is easy to throw it long.
Yeah, at only 243 feet, you're having to lean off of a putter or a forehand or something like that. So you'll see a common play as a lot of these players will play that short shot into the hill and then just let it slide up.
That's the shot right there I like.
Yeah, just
Throw
low.
it short, low, hard, into the hill, and let it skip up to the pin. This is a judge.
Yep.
Judge from Paige.
Just short of AJ. I'm sure he had something to say about
I
that.
guarantee.
Zach said harder, but come on, that's
Yeah,
marked.
I mean, that's all you want.
Yeah, this is never the hole that you'd expect to see much scoring separation on, especially in doubles.
Yeah. It's just one of those holes coming down the stretch that you know you have to birdie.
Yeah, if you get a 3 here, you're losing 1 to the field 100%. AJ trying to razz
Just the
Paige.
disrespect.
Just super I mean, look, she's a world champ, AJ.
That is true.
You're only a world champ of dancing.
And mean mugging.
Yeah, and candid microphone sessions
Yes.
from hole 2
Oh, I
earlier.
mean, he is really good at
He's
that.
pretty good at those. So here's a new hole for us at the Vista course here, hole 18, 401 feet. For the righties, water carry the entire way. You can come in a little earlier and be safe, but it's a pretty narrow landing zone. Zach just dead weight on Eric.
Just tired.
More
Must
trying
be
to
just
wear
tired.
Eric out, I think.
Oh, that could be.
Look at that. That's next
Well, that
level
proves-
strategy.
That proves that AJ's been hitting the gym, though. Look at him.
That's right. He could hold him up well.
Yeah.
Zach's living in 3019 with those strats right now.
Oh, yeah.
AJ with Mango out over the water. And this is looking good.
That is really good.
If you haven't stood on this tee box, it's so hard to tell, but it's so intimidating.
That's a ridiculous shot.
Yeah. Trekking this flight, you get to see highs are all the way, maybe a little bit flat. That's just supreme confidence in your disc.
So good.
Eric doesn't have anything to do but try and throw it in.
Went and marked the disc again to go retrieve it. So
Yeah,
we could
what
throw
the
same
heck?
Disc.
Good thing this is edited because
Oh,
it probably
no.
took a long time.
Yeah, I bet.
Glad they marked that.
Whew.
It's in the water now, probably gone forever.
Never to be seen again.
This is an enforcer from Paige. Trying to
Trying
make
to
sure
get left.
Yep, make sure she gets safe.
Get inbounds. Oh, it's,
That's a big skip.
go for it.
All right, well, they're tied up. AJ is under the basket, so Zach absolutely has to make something happen here. This is a Ballista Pro, and this is an odd time to be fanning your face.
It is.
You'd think you'd care more about your hand.
That's true. He is staring right at the sun.
Oh, and that's a favorable tree catch.
Goodness.
That was headed dead OB. They were dead to rights.
You were never going to see that disc
He's
again.
safe. And now they've got, I mean, this is not a short putt, but, 45 feet, 50 feet for birdie.
Look at her.
Come on. And running it down, too, again, in their face.
Unbelievable.
And this was, so Paige had just won the Las Vegas Challenge before
Similar
this.
putt.
So, yeah, a little bit shorter, but same sort of thing. Knew it out of her hand. Ran it down.
That was
Incredible
nasty.
under pressure. Let's give the jump chest side shoulder bump about 3 out of 10.
Yeah, maybe 3.5.
Yeah. Oh, the trash. Look at that downtrodden face.
I feel you.
And that right there, that's the long, lonely walk of loneliness.
It really is. I mean,
You're super parked.
you didn't
You've won
lose.
the match.
you didn't lose.
You've won the match. And then Paige just put the team on her back.
What do you do? What do you do in that situation?
Exactly what AJ just did. You just drop in and be distraught.
We're tied.
That's a big shout to Danny for the editing
Yeah,
right there.
that's a great
That's
job.
one of my favorite things
job.
I've seen on a video in a while. So we got bonus golf.
Not back to back, I guess. We had another duel that went overtime.
That's
This is
right.
the second one we've had go overtime.
That's right. So we can. I mean, the teams are evenly matched. What does that say about you guys, Eric and AJ? Come on.
Exactly.
Paige absolutely putting the team on her back and making some huge putts.
So I didn't realize that we're going right back to hole 16. We're just going to play 16, 17, 18 again, I'm guessing.
I think so. Yeah. Good shape. Good safe shot for Oakley, bottom of the hill, probably right around circle's edge. AJ switching his play from a Maverick to this is an Explorer. And that has a little bit too much left on it.
Ooh.
He gone.
Hey.
So
That's okay.
they've got an uphill putt, circle's edge, but they're probably gonna have to putt it 45 or 50 feet worth of power to get it up there.
But the momentum is absolutely shifted here.
100%.
I mean, that's essentially a drop in for Paige.
I mean, the way she's putting today,
Uphill? Yeah,
come on,
That's good.
she's running it down already.
Uh-huh.
So Zach goes back to that bio getaway. This is a clean line if it misses the tree close to the basket.
And it is.
Oh, and that's
Yeah, that's
parked.
good.
All right, so we went from pressure squarely on Zach and Paige's shoulders to now
Let's see
pressure
how they
on
handle it.
AJ and Eric's. To extend the match.
Oh, no.
That's just low. All right, AJ, make it be worth it, my friend.
Solid parking choice, too.
Yeah. I wonder who parked there.
I don't know.
Oh, no. And off the top.
Somewhere in between those two.
And that means Paige is just going to drop in easy birdie for the W. Yeah, Zach and Paige undefeated in dynamic duels.
Pretty solid.
Sorry that she wasn't able to, pull her weight on y'all's
Dude,
time.
gosh. Unbelievable. It was that spit out. Spoiler
Definitely,
alert,
yeah.
it was that spit out.
Yeah.
Because I was unstoppable that day.
You were on one for sure.
Man.
Yeah, we got some good camaraderie with Eric and Zach there at the end. So Zach and Paige taking down the W. Thank you guys so much for joining us for this dynamic duel. We're going to have more of these throughout the season. So if you like what you saw, go ahead and subscribe to the Dynamic Disc YouTube channel. Click that bell so that you get notifications so that we can show you, more awesome content.
More fun stuff.
Yeah.
These are so much fun to do, even when you're not involved in it, you're not playing. They're
Yeah.
so much fun to watch.
100%. We hope you guys enjoyed it as well. We'll see you next time.